Yes. So today we're going to be interviewing Gareth. He's a photographer. Gareth, can you talk a bit about your work? What do you do, and how long have you been doing it?
Yes, so I am a photographer, mainly a commercial photographer. So I deal with businesses, with creative agency, yeah, um, specializing in fast-moving consumer goods, yeah, and in the F&B industry, lah. Yes,
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this. I think I lost track. Let me see. I've been doing this about 8, 9 years already. Actually, 10 already. I lost track.
Well, must have been very long.
Yeah, there's no definite start point. In fact, I think if they say there's a start point, is the moment I kind of graduated from university. Yeah, yeah.
So you started immediately after you graduated.
I started immediately.
You
Yeah.
didn't bother to consider a job or anything like this.
Oh, I didn't bother because I thought I would be too comfortable in a full-time job. So I decided to give myself 1 or 2 years to try it out first. Yeah, that was my plan. My plan was, okay, since I graduated, I did try for a few job interviews. Yeah. And thankfully it didn't work out. They didn't employ me. But I didn't feel anything. It was just, I had my mindset to just try photography already. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So can you
Yeah.
talk a bit about your education background?
So I have a degree in project and facilities management. So it deals with construction. Yeah, it's in the construction industry. So by right, you're supposed to graduate as a quantity surveyor, in the facilities management industry, or in the construction industry, lah, basically with contractors and all that, lah. Yeah.
Oh, but it's kind of different from photography, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different. It's different. In terms of its discipline, I mean, in terms of its content, it's different. Yeah, I've a lot of architects. I know a lot of architects, a lot of engineers also turn out to be photographer. So it's not
Oh,
not very surprising lah. Yeah, there are a lot of stories out there also.
oh,
That
interesting. Okay, so
yeah,
you studied like architecture related stuff, but didn't want to become an architecture.
yeah. It's not really architecture related. It's more towards the construction side of things.
Okay.
Yeah, but I decided not to go into it somehow. I mean, I had a hunch. It's a safe job, definitely. Definitely, you can get a job, within that industry, because we are always tearing down buildings and building them. Yeah. So, but I decided not to lah. I just wanted to try out photography because I just like it, I just like like that craft. Yeah.
Did you start doing photography before you study or after?
Before I studied, photography was all along a hobby. So it started when I was 14 years old. Yeah. So my father gave me the first point and shoot camera. Yeah, from then on, it turns out to be a hobby lah. It's a hobby, a habit of taking photos. Then when you grow older, when I was in university, you just ask myself, do you want to do this for a living? That kind of thing. And back then, your scope of photography is very, very limited. Yeah, with that big and lo and behold, with that very limited view of photography, I still decided to, let's say, like, try it out lah. Well, yeah.
Interesting. So it first started as a hobby. And then at which point of time did you realize it was financially sustainable for you to be a photographer?
Which point of time? The point of time when I when I first bought my first camera without the help of my parents. Yeah. That was a very low, it's very low target, but yes,
Oh,
about there.
which age was that?
Which age? Wow, don't let say. Wow, it's so long ago already, maybe, wow, I think 1, 2 years after I graduated from my university days. Yeah, maybe 1, 2 years. Yeah, and it wasn't a first-hand camera, it was a second-hand camera. Yeah. So back then, I wasn't even earning much as well. Yeah. But I'm just very happy that I managed to, purchase something for my work without the help of my parents. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's a good story. Like,
Yeah.
okay, right now, so you've been doing it for 10 years. Do you mind sharing your income? You can share a range, it's fine because it's not always consistent, right?
Yeah, of course. Solopreneurs like us, we fluctuate a lot, right? Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But consistently, we would say about 6 to 10. Yeah, 6 to 10. Yeah.
Great. Can you walk us through a day in your life?
Uh, a day in my life. Okay, my day in my life is actually right now. What do you call this? It's what's the word? Let me find out a word. Wait. Actually, a day in my life very monotonous now because I have a kid and I have the most flexible time. I'm the guy with the most flexible time. Yeah. So a day in my life is waking up, fetching my kid to school, going to the studio, edit. If I have no shoots, then yeah, it's a full day in studio editing. Catching up with my gear, maintaining my gear. Then after that, come back home, catch my kid. Very boring, eh? Yeah, it's been a
Okay.
very boring 2 years, honestly. And then of course, yeah, going for networking and all that lah. But
How about like a day when there's a shoot? Maybe it's more interesting.
when there's a shoot, when there's a shoot, it's more interesting because it's more stressful because number one, the priority is the kid. You don't know how to send the kid to school. Yeah, but thankfully, I have the help of my parents lah. My parents-in-law. So every now and then, they will come in a bit earlier to fetch my kid. Then I will leave early. So my day will start about 7 a.m., 8 a.m. depending on the call time, and then we just go to studio, set up. My assistant will be there on set. Yeah, to actually set up also. Yeah, set up some things beforehand. Then I just need to enter and then do up the finishing touches. Yeah, a shoot day is stressful. Yeah, shoot day is stressful because you only have 8 hours to finish a certain set of photos. If you have a producer on set, then they'll be great because they will schedule things for you. If you don't have it, you don't have the luxury of it. You have to manage time and manage the photo and then manage clients all at the same time within the shoot. So we try to keep shoots relaxing lah, because by itself it's already a very stressful activity. Yeah, so we just keep it relaxing, keep the attitude chill. Yeah, get a chill approach, even though in your mind you're like all over the place. But outside, you just chill and say, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. If things doesn't go wrong, the prop doesn't right, it's okay. We can shoot something else later. But your mind is like, oh, where's the prop coming? Yeah.
Okay, now we talk about your business. How do you attract clients and retain them?
I attract clients through word of mouth. Yeah, surprisingly, for the past 10 years, I've not done very aggressive social media marketing. Yeah, because I believe, in fact, I still hold that belief that for platforms like Instagram, TikTok, it's not a very good way to monetize, especially for my form of work. Yeah, because my form of work deals mainly with commercials, with corporates. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that somebody who wants to look out for a product would look through Instagram to find the right photographer. Yeah, perhaps there are some viral ones going on. There are a lot of ones doing a lot of crazy things, a lot of very creative ones, but they are very the style is very specific. Yeah, but my form of clients are, I would say, a little bit more towards the corporate side where they honor and they kind of pay attention to what do you call this? Work processes. Yeah, work processes. They pay a lot more attention to work processes, how you actually serve your accounts. Yeah, it's more important to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What tools do you use for work?
The tools? Wow, the tools. Camera lor. Well, I can go very technical, but the tools that I use, I've got multiple cameras, which my wife might not know. Something like that. No lah, she knows it lah. And everything take out means must see already. Yeah, so I have multiple cameras. I mainly shoot with studio lights. Yeah, I'm not a very natural light shooter, but I do sometimes and I do that. It depends on the situation. But my form of work is, I would say, my main style of work is that I help my clients create images using light. Lor. Yeah, so studio lights, shaping light to give the feel is very important. Yeah.
How about editing tools?
Editing tools? Editing tools, same lah. I use the editing tools. But lately, of course, we caught on to the use of AI. So AI is a quite integral part. Not integral part, but I say AI is we call this we're starting to try AI into our images. Yes, yeah. For research work, for even shoots, we also uh, in, sorry, for shoots we deploy AI. Yeah,
Oh, can you talk a bit about it?
yeah. So, for example, we had a shoot with a fast-moving consumer goods client. Yeah, so they had a particular certain brand style, and what we did is we used AI to actually generate out a background for them. Generate our background for them that actually complements with their brand colors. Yeah. So that background was generated, printed, and then used on set. Yeah. This is something that, on contrary, you would not have done it. You could have actually found it through stock images, or you could create from scratch, which is actually very difficult, especially if you are not a multi-talented content creator, whereby you can deal with 2D image. 2D designs, as well as taking photographs. Sometimes not that easy. Yeah, but with AI, with good enough prompting, you're able to actually kind of generate something that is quite interesting lah, and something new. Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting way of integrating AI with your actual photography and not just use it in like the editing process.
Yeah, editing process also have. Yeah, editing process is speeds up. AI helps you to speed things up. But I think that's the entire point. I don't want to spend too much time on the desk, actually. Yeah, I'll spend more time shooting.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your biggest business struggle and how do you cope with it?
Yeah. Business struggle. I think the biggest business struggle is trying to scale. Yeah. Scaling is a very pertinent issue for me for the past, for as long as I've been a solopreneur. Yeah, because of the style. Clients like you because they like your style. They like the way you communicate with them. That's why they keep choosing you. They like the way you do business. Yeah. So basically, scaling up, passing it to another photographer might not make the mark. Yeah. And usually photographers like that, even they understudy you, they might end up doing it on their own as well. Yeah, which is totally reasonable, totally understandable. Yeah, I mean there are some instances that in the industry you see that some companies grow really very big, like Shooting Gallery is one of them. They started out photography, then doing advertisements, TVCs. Now they're overseas already. Yeah, they are region. In fact, I think they don't even target Singapore anymore. Yeah, yeah. They don't even work in Singapore. I mean, they have Singapore market presence, but they're focusing elsewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you share the most helpful books or podcasts or any person of influence, any kind of resources that greatly influence your work?
Oh, across time, there's a lot of influencers. Just to name a few, right now, I do listen to, I do watch The Art of Photography by Steve Forbes. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, because I enjoy the art side of photography. Yeah, I like the way he interprets artist works, and it's very enjoyable. This is something that I will wish to actually transit into. Yeah, from commercial more towards moving photography as an art form. That's one. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, have you ever had a failure that set you up for later success?
Oh, failure, huh? Small failures. Yeah.
Mm.
Fail small. Yeah, fail small. So there are always things that yeah, I think this is my style also. My style is I do not jump onto a certain idea very quickly. I let it sit for a while. Sometimes I make micro progress on it and try. Most of the time it fails, and that's because I choose to let it fail that way. Fail small. Yeah, I'm not the kind who will just go 100% all out for it. Then after that, you might earn big bucks, but then suddenly you crash. I don't like that feeling. Yeah, so I choose not to go that route. Yeah, so one favorite failure of mine. Favorite failure of mine. That one not considered failure lah. Yeah, I think backing up your files is one. I didn't lose everything. Okay, I lose my work progress. So I didn't save my work progress. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I had my raw files to back up too. So it was a very shitty feeling whereby you have to start from scratch all over again, like start your edits all over again. Yeah, that was very memorable. It took a lot of time lah. It really took a lot of time. Yeah.
Memorable in terms of the time spent. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's actually a good lesson. This actually
Mm.
it prompts the next question, which is through your work experience, have you learned anything that is particularly helpful or advantageous?
Okay, I think networking is very important.
Mm.
Yeah, I kid you not, even though we are in the same networking group, but it's very important. So share a few one tip. I mean, not tip. I share a story also, because after I graduated, I got a degree. I went to do an advanced diploma in photography. I went to take up another coursework. Yeah, which really angered my parents, because who on earth takes a degree and then takes a diploma later? The other way around, you know. But at the end of the day, they still support me. Okay. So what my goals in attending the diploma, right, or getting the diploma, is not so much for education. So I didn't get this. I mean, the cert didn't help me, but the network helped me. Yeah, because I plonged myself in the industry of photography. I plonged myself with industry partners, practitioners, people who are practicing photography and earning money from it, and that gave me very good insights of how I can enter into the industry as well. Yeah, so that was a very good start, and until now I cannot think of another way to do that lah. Yeah, because traditionally what you do as a photographer, if you really want to develop as a photographer, you have to understudy. You understudy with a production house, understudy a very seasoned photographer, and you have to do it for 2-3 years, the very least. Yeah,
Mm.
2-3 years. Yeah, 2-3 years. And then that doesn't guarantee you that you become as good as him. Yeah, you just become a fraction of him.
Mm.
And if the senior photographer he likes you enough, then he'll give you job. But that's after 2-3 years. Yeah, after 2-3 years slogging, as an assistant, it's really a very tough career progression. Yeah.
And yet you managed to do all this without going through the understudy route.
I didn't permanently understudy a photographer. So during my diploma days, I kind of assisted multiple photographers. Yeah, so I didn't stick to one. Yeah, sometimes you most likely have to stick to one or two. Yeah, if you want to specialize in a certain field, then you have to just get your head into it. Yeah.
See, okay. What are bad recommendations that you hear in your profession?
This is not a bad advice, but to me, this advice I don't agree. I don't agree with this advice. Yeah. So I was actually given the advice to kind of specialize in a certain field earlier in my days as a photographer. So people will tell me, oh, you just have to kind of fix your focus onto a certain genre of photography. That means if you want to do food, you just do food. If you want to just do architecture, you just go for it. Just go and do architecture. Yeah, go all out for it. Don't do anything else. Don't go and do weddings. Don't go and do portraits. Don't go and do this. Don't go and venture other ones. Okay, even if you do very bare minimum of it, but still focus on that main field. Yeah, I don't really agree with the advice. Yeah, because number one, I enjoy the experience of photography. So photography gives me an excuse to go into many people's lives. And that actually allowed me to actually go into many industries to understand how the world works. And I like it. So from a fulfillment point of view, I actually enjoy going out and doing very different genres of photography. Yeah. Even until right now. Okay. Right now, I can tell you that I don't do certain, instead of telling you I only do certain genre of photography, right? I will tell you the opposite. I'll tell you that I don't do certain genres. I don't do jewelry. I don't do cars. I don't do fashion. I don't do, what else? There's one more. I forgot. I don't do sports. I don't. Yeah. Something like that. But this three, yeah, that previous three was a no. Like jewelry client come to me and said, no, I really don't. Even though I got no jobs that month, I still don't take it. I die also won't take. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because I'm just very bad at it. And I don't like the industry. And I have no interest for the industry. Yeah, I have no interest for the industry. So yeah, I'm not going in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was advice that I don't like. Yeah.
Okay. That's actually that is a pretty good insight, from someone who actually go against the advice and then found that it was a style that worked out for you.
Yeah. Kind of, it was a style that worked out for me. But after 10 years, I end up zooming in. So right now, like what you said, share in the beginning, I right now focus on fast-moving consumer goods, particularly in the F&B industry. Yeah, because from broad my broad exposure, it led me to something that I actually like. Yeah, so I went the opposite way. Instead of finding out what I like first, and then if I end up not liking it, then I end up, switching, which wastes a lot of time, which could have wasted a lot of time. Yeah, so I'm glad I took out this route. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to your mental and emotional state as a solopreneur, what do you enjoy most about your work?
Yeah, I think I shared just now. Yeah, I like experiences. I like how photography gives you the excuse, gives you the excuse of entering to somebody's life. Yeah, and talking about and finding out what they do. So just last week, I managed to shoot a Paralympian. Yeah, Yiping Siu. Yeah, I was so excited to meet her actually. Yeah, excited to meet her. And then I found out that wow, she's such a cheerful person, positive, and it was a joy, actually capturing her corporate portrait. Yeah. So without photography, right, you don't really have that chance to meet that person for even that split moment. So we had half an hour. Yeah. So we about yeah talked about sports. I actually forgot what we talked about. Oops. But because there were so many people. Yeah, there's so much conversations I have to try to strike with. So I kind of forgot. Cannot remember offhand. But forgive me for that. Yeah, but overall, the experience was really enjoyable, lah. Yeah, because where on earth you can have the opportunity to do so? Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay. What do you emotionally struggle with as a solopreneur?
Emotionally struggle, huh? Earlier in the days, struggle with lack of consistency. That is a very big struggle. Yeah, because earlier in days you always compare your peers, especially your schoolmates, having a proper job, taking proper salaries, moving on with life faster than you do. Yeah, honestly, I am about 2-3 years like behind them. Yeah, definitely 2-3 years because my diploma took up about 2 years. Yeah, so I'm 2-3 years behind them financially. or in terms of like moving on with life, if you want to compare it that way. Yeah, but you cannot help but seeing that lah, because everybody appear on Facebook, say, oh, you're married already. Yeah, I'm still single, kind of thing. Yeah, that was the emotional struggle. Yeah, then after that, you actually kind of get out of it because your passion kind of overrides everything else. You will start to have a self reflection and say, yeah, I chose to do this. Yeah, I want to do this because I like it, and I don't like that 9 to 5 work. Yeah, so this is the drawback, and hopefully down the road, things will even out. So which eventually it did lah. So things kind of even out. You caught up. You start to actually earn better. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's great. I mean, like everyone has their own path that they have to choose, right?
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's nice when you get to choose the path that you wanna embark on, rather than do something that you don't really enjoy, and then it just feels so
Yes,
how do you say, like dragged down by it.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes to a certain point of time, you really have to block out all this all these things that's happening around you, and then you have to tell yourself, come to your conclusion to yourself to say, uh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay that I'm slow, but it's because I choose that route. Yeah, and honestly, to be also lucky enough to be able to see it through, because there's a lot of people who also think that way, who also think that it's okay lah. No, I choose this route. Let's go for it, and then they end up not getting what they want. No, yeah. So there's also a certain chance to it. Yeah, and I'm just lucky. I feel I'm just fortunate enough. Yeah, to be able to come out of, what do you call this,
Like
rat
be
race.
like be somewhat successful that and
Yeah, somewhat successful.
sustainable also. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. When you feel overwhelmed or unfocused, what do you do?
Oh, when I feel over focus, I think about my deadlines. Then I'm very focused already. You really, really, really. Yeah. Look about deadlines. Really, deadlines will scare you. Yeah, deadlines will scare you. Yeah.
How do you keep yourself motivated?
Deadlines. No, no.
Still do.
Uh, yeah, for work, honestly, sometimes deadlines, because deadlines is very important, because if you delay something, you cannot shoot. I mean, you cannot do another job after that. Yeah. So that's the thing about solopreneurs, because you cannot outsource, man. You outsource, maybe you have to pay out your pocket. So it hurts you, right? So it keeps me motivated to finish things up. Really, really, really. Yeah, maybe the deadlines is a real thing.
What's your key to success?
My key to success. My key to success is passion, hunger, drive. I think these three. Yeah, you must be passionate. I think that's how I started out. I started out having a passion, and you must be actually hungry enough. Yeah, hungry enough to try to pave a career progression for yourself, and then find means to do it. Asking for help. That's one thing. And fortunately, I managed to get the right help, and of course, having the drive to maintain that hunger. Yeah. So the drive changes from time to time. Yeah. Like previously, now it's deadlines. Yeah, of which after this conversation, I have a deadline. I just recall. Woohoo! Okay, so I have a deadline. Well, sorry. I mean, for motivation, deadline, and of course, the drive sometimes is, family. Yeah, family. Yeah, I
Okay.
think there's one very big drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your future plans, what do you see for the future of your business? Where do you see it?
Oh, okay. Um, Honestly, I like previously what I shared. I feel that this work is not scalable. Yeah, it's not scalable, meaning to say that you can really long out to become a 10-man, 20-man team, like creative agency that you can expand. Yeah. So I have to give you a very honest view. You cannot do much. I mean, other than making you, I think making myself famous lah. I feel like if I up my industry name and then get famous, perhaps my client profile might improve. Yeah, and then I can fetch a higher price. Yes, I think that's perhaps one very naive way of thinking.
Anything can
Yeah.
anything can happen, and I feel like in the creative industry, right, one way that people get to kind of elevate their profile, right, is through entering awards.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, the generation before mine is very into awards. Very into awards. So the photographers you will see in their website, wow, I win this, I win that. Wedding photography especially. Yeah, wedding photography especially, whenever you put up awards. But right now it's about virality, especially for B2C photography. Yeah, B2C photography, you really need virality. Yeah, you need some form of virality. Yeah, so sometimes I also shoot weddings. Yeah, I shoot weddings on a limited basis. Yeah, because I enjoy the experience of weddings. Yeah, so I do it with another company. Yeah, and they have a lot of co-leads or requests through social media. Yeah, so no longer awards really. We don't even submit our images for awards anymore. Yeah, now it's about who can shout the loudest in social media. For
Who can
B2C lah, for B2C.
who can get the most eyeballs?
Yeah. Who can get the most eyeballs? Yeah. Because all this, the target audience for wedding is young people, ma. Young people, they go to these platforms. So this platform makes sense. Yeah.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
on the contrary, for me, what I feel, perhaps it's not so much on social media, but it's more towards networking. You need to know the right person. Yeah, they need to understand the right processes and appreciate your process. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we are wrapping up. What would be your parting advice for solopreneurs like who want to get started or just starting out?
Whoa. Okay, so Brunias and starting out, huh? Don't become a photographer lah. Just don't lah.
You don't want competition.
Huh? We what?
You don't want more competition, right?
No. It's not because I don't want more competition, but because of the changing environment. Yeah, I feel when I started out as a photographer, the situation was very different. Yeah, back then there were limited ways of content creation. There's photo, video, and then you can only put it in so much platforms. Print was still very, very big then. I mean, it's not irrelevant now. It's still very relevant, but it's just that the way the way that people consume photography now has kind of diluted, and they don't see more and more people don't really see the importance of taking time for photography. Yeah, that's one. Okay, so they want a lot of content, they want a lot of photos, but they don't want to pay attention to the detail. Yeah, for smaller companies. Yeah, but big companies, they still do lah. Yeah. The reason why I say don't just become a photographer is because you need to be a bit more multifaceted. You need to understand video skill sets, like video. You need to understand skill sets, how AI kind of like helps you in your work processes, and understand how different content is effective for different platforms. Yeah, like TikTok is very video lah. Like photo has no place in TikTok. Yeah. And Instagram right now is, to me, it's like plateau already, kind of thing. Instagram very good for photos. Yeah, photography is very suitable for Instagram. But how we want to market? Is it a marketing? Is it still a very popular marketing tool? Like 5 years from now, I'm not sure. I can't tell.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything that you would like to offer to the audience from your business?
Offer to my audience, huh? Well, if you're a creative agency, feel free to look at my work. Next one. Yes, and if you are a second to third generation business owner, you took on you took on the realms from your parents, and you decide to actually kind of want to digitalize and modernize your brand. Yeah, I'm the guy.
Okay, great. Are there any other connections you're looking for?
I'm looking for the same thing. That's the one that's above. But connections wise, I think I'm always in the lookout for copywriters, always in the lookout for graphic designers, because they complement what I do. Yeah.
Okay, great. And finally, where can we go to learn about your business? You can share your website or socials.
Yes, my website is under construction, but eventually, I will share my website. Because I don't promote myself in social media, right? So even if I got an Instagram account, you'll see the post that is 2 years later, 2 years ago, because that's the only time I hired a full-time staff. Yeah, I hired somebody. I hired somebody for a good 6 months to try out. Yeah, I think you met her. You met him before. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he got post something lah, but that was about it lah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
not much.
Website, which is craftsman.sg.
Craftsmansg.com. Yeah, craftsmansg.com.
Craftsmansg.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
craftsmansg.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Then from there you can contact me.
Great. Okay. So this is the end of the interview.
All right. Thank you.